Take a look at this. It actually gave me a bit of insomnia last night, and one of my ears is all stopped up. So she's increased the bombs now that I'm exposing her. Look at that. This is over the Atlantic Ocean. Morning of September the 8th. Look at that. I have really got stuffed up ears, eustachian tube, and look at this. She's just going on a bombing blitzkrieg. She doesn't give a flip that we're exposing her. This is the definition of insanity. She obviously doesn't expect to win in court. She plans on, I don't know. She thinks she's I think she's crazy. She thinks she's some sort of a god, which means she's on her way down. As you can see, the bombs do not touch the bottom, but they're very low-lying clouds. This seems to be their new strategy. Get it as low to the ground as they can, so that I'll inhale and be exposed to the germs to the maximum extent possible, because they know my Gale shield won't let the bomb hit the ground. But they are affecting the quality of my sleep. My whole right eustachian tube is stuffed, and it's pretty uncomfortable. This cloud over the western sky certainly looks suspicious. This is just unreal. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This thing is huge. This was apparently launched over the Atlantic Ocean, then it drifted over me. This is from the eastern sky. This thing's huge, man. Two types of bombs they're launching. One that's huge and spreads out like a mushroom, and then a lot of smaller bombs that launch. They don't hit the ground, but they get very close. This seems to be their latest bombs launching strategy. Isn't that cute? A woodpecker. Okay, I just showed you the clouds, and it's pretty obvious to anyone who's living in reality and not in a delusion that I am being bombed. I mean, how else do you explain the weird shape of those clouds? So you might say, how is it that you can make these videos that shows you're obviously being bombed, and it's not getting reported in mainstream news, and nobody's talking about it? This should be like a major news item. Well, it's been going on for so long, and the mainstream news has been neglecting it for so long that it's like everybody's gotten used to it. So everybody's used to getting symptoms. Like right now, my whole right eustachian tube is stuffed because of the germs coming down from these bombs. It's apparently some sort of a yeast. And it even kept me up last night where I couldn't go to sleep right away. It was attacking my nervous system and making me have a little bit of trouble falling asleep. So I drank some chamomile tea, and I ate my comfort foods at night, which kind of helps me sleep. But I know for a fact that I'm being bombed. In fact, I've been bombed now for years. The Jesuits launched their first nuclear bomb with semen in it in December 2011, and they've been launching a whole slew of them since then. And none of it's getting covered in the news. In fact, I think they've killed billions in the past several years with these bombs. You say, how can they get away with this? Well, they got control of the mainstream news. It's all fake news except for Gabriel Chana Fox News 00 on cable. So the only people that are dealing with reality, our day-to-day reality, like I'm being bombed every day, and I've made videos where you can see the symptoms, like the red eyes they've given me. It's obvious to anybody who's dealing in truth and reality that what I'm saying is true. I believe we defeated Loree McBride's space fleet in July, and that was a partial fulfillment of Zechariah 9:15. Zechariah 9:15 in the Bible appears to be a passage that's going to have several fulfillments. I think it's already been fulfilled in July 2018 when we had a major victory against Loree McBride in her space fleet. I think we defeated her space fleet. And then those resurrected Twitter followers of mine who Loree murdered with her tweeter bird, they came back in a celestial army with Robin Williams at the head, and they started going out and executing all of these Loree McBride Jesuits. So the Loree McBride Jesuits got clever. This is what I'm hearing brain to brain, and I may make a corrective video later, but it makes sense in light of what's been happening around me and my men's very long silence. You may say, why couldn't your men communicate with you? I think my mother and sister got involved, because I noticed a video at YouTube got taken down, which characterized my mother as being a victim of Zach Knight when he was bad and he was trying to seduce my mother. And that got taken down for bullying. Well, you see, my mother's a narcissist and she's very consumed with her image, especially her public image. And my sister, my sociopath sister, probably convinced my mother to go after YouTube for that video, saying that I was bullying her or embarrassing her, claiming that she in menopause could get pregnant and so forth. It's very complicated, but yes, Zach Knight does have the ability to impregnate a woman even in menopause. So at that time, he was trying to seduce her, and I made a video about it, and that got taken down. You can't tell the truth online if it exposes a conspiracy or if they can use. Basically, I think what's going on is Loree McBride and George Soros Jesuits have control of the big tech right now, Google, YouTube, and I think they're actually going through my videos trying to find an excuse to take down my YouTube channel. But now that I'm getting them in court for censorship, they're going to have to be a lot more subtle and clever about this. So my Jesus did say at one point that my channel would be protected. So even though Alex Jones has been taken down and Brent Spiner had a YouTube channel that he made for me that was taken down, I don't know. But just to play it safe, at my Patreon page, I'm only hosting my videos from BitChute and Real.video. I am no longer embedding YouTube videos at Patreon or at my website. That way, if my YouTube channel does get taken down, it won't be a whole bunch of work for me to have to go back and redo all my web pages and so forth. But basically, what's happening is the George Soros conspiracy or Jesuits are looking for an excuse to take down people who expose them effectively. That would be people like Alex Jones, myself. And I just listened to a video by T.J. Kirk, the amazing atheist, and he believes that the censorship is more against independent voices than conservatives. And I agree with him on that, though he feels that Alex Jones is a conspiracy right-wing nut job. You may say, why don't you're a fan of Alex Jones, why don't you think Alex Jones is a conspiracy right-wing nut job? That's because I, like Alex Jones, am a victim of the conspiracy. And when you're a victim of the conspiracy, when you've been targeted by them, you know that the conspiracy is out there. You can call us conspiracy theorists and crazy all you want, but like when you go out for a walk and it's like everybody's timed with precision timing to bump into you, or you drive out in your car and every car is timed like with precision timing to intersect with you, and you gotta be, I wear a tinfoil hat when I drive now because I know they use brain control on me from these bombs to try to get me in an accident, because I actually drove over a curb and I don't know what made me do it. It was like my brain was out of my control. In fact, if I wasn't on Seroquel, Jesus says that I would get a yeast infection to my nervous system, and my brain would be totally taken over by the Jesuits. So everybody should be on Seroquel. You should, because they're dropping bombs like crazy. These bombs have yeast in them, and the yeast tries to take over your brain, and so that they can take over your brain and control you. And that's why I have written a bunch of law to make this a crime and a form of treason. They're trying to brain control people to help them in this coup d'etat that they currently have against me and Trump. I'm actually the US president and Trump is my representative. So basically, if you're a victim of the conspiracy, that's when you start believing in. See, Alex Jones is a victim. He's been totally taken down everywhere. I'm a victim. Actually, I'm down at Google+, and I was down at YouTube for 2 weeks, and I got, because of 2 community guideline strikes within 3 months. And so it's just, once you get taken down, you no longer become a conspiracy. You don't care if you are dealing with your reality. Now, other people may not accept your reality, and they say your reality. your reality is crazy, but you deal with the facts of your life and you try to expose the people who are attacking you, and then you get called a conspiracy theorist. So apparently the ones who think we're nuts are the ones who haven't gone through what we've gone through. But hey, your day's coming, because Loree's expanding her attack because she because of my Gale Shield, which has taken her down. So she's forced to go after Trump and my supporters, and so more and more people are becoming victims, which means right now I would say at least 50% of the population are conspiracy theorists. And it's going to get worse because the censorship is increasing. And now, you know what she and Soros are going to do? They're going to try to eliminate us. I wouldn't be surprised if they're setting up concentration camps. These people need to go.